gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're having a good Sunday and a good weekend. I've changed the setup a little bit from my normal setup because this machine is so big. My camera had to be moved back out of the way to get the view because this thing is probably going to be ceiling high. So I did a little bit of switch around for today, and I'll be back to the normal setup that I use. So as you can see, this is the machine we're going to be unboxing. It's huge. It is so big. Normally when I do this type of setup, I'll have the box on the table and I'll take it apart and then I'll take all the components and then later on I'll move it off the table. It won't fit. I won't have room on here. If I take the components out of there, I have nowhere to put it. So what I've done just for today is I've set up a camera watching the box so you can see what comes out of it as we do it. How's everyone doing anyway? First of all, let's have a look at the comments, see what's going on. Let's see. Hey, let's see who was first in. It looks, I think Jerry was first in. Chris Angel, good morning. Hey, Ben. Hey, hello, Matt. How are you? Thanks for everyone to follow and subscribing. Thank you so much, Jerry. Who else is out there? Jerry, Ben. Liam and normal in the same sentence. No, that doesn't work. Sorry. Even for me, that doesn't work. Oh, by the way, let me know what you think of the video quality, right? I've done some tweaking with OBS. And I want to see, is it still crappy? If it is, I'm going to shut down OBS and go over straight to StreamYards. So please let me know if the video quality is not good. 50 by 50. Well, see, the difference is, in your case, Matt, you're measuring in millimeters. I'm measuring centimeters. Hey, Chris, good morning. So what's the video quality? If it's bad, tell me, and I'll quickly kill OBS and go back over it streaming directly with StreamYard. So please let me know, please. I want the video quality in this thing to be good. And if it is still muggy, it kind of looks muggy to me. What do you guys think? Crappy. No, I'm not going to wait. I'll manually switch it over. So hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to kill virtual camera and switch things over. 1 second. This one. Is that better? So I went direct. It's fuzzy, yeah. So I got OBS is my problem. I don't know why. So let's see how it looks now. Just let me know if the video quality is better now that I switched over cameras. It should be. It looks better. So let's stick with that. I don't know why. I went through a pile of change settings in OBS, and all it does, it looks better. Okay, OBS does nothing but cause me problems. If I use OBS direct, it's fine. To one source, but if I'm using it via StreamYard, which I'm doing for multi-streaming right now, the quality just gets atrociously bad. And I don't understand why. You think it's well, of course you do, Matt. Matt, you need to wear glasses. It even looks better to me, and I'm my biggest critic. So, by the way, just there's a giveaway. You can do bang enter or exclamation enter if you want to enter for a bottle of Yuzu. A 500 milliliter bottle of Yuzu resin. It is available in the US, UK, France, and Germany, I believe. Yeah, US, UK, Germany, and France. Correct. I just wanted to check their message to make sure. Hutch, good morning. So bang, enter, and you can enter it for a chance to win. It is live right now. Let me see how anybody already entered into it. 3 people have already entered. Okay. Ben, Jerry, and Matt. So bang enter if you want to enter for a bottle of Yusu resin of 500 milliliter. They will dictate the color and the type of resin, but they have 3 types. They have the 181, which is standard resin, 182, which is the ABS style resin, and 183 is the washable, and they will choose a color, whatever's available in that area. Bang, exclamation point. You have to enter the exclamation and enter, and that's only if you're on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, please go jump over to Twitch, create an account on Twitch, find me there, and follow me, and then you can do bang enter there, and you can enter. I can only run the giveaway on Twitch, so please get over there. Let's see what else is going on. We know you are, Matt. We know. Matt only turns up for... See, somebody must have said giveaway 3 times and clicked their heels for Matt to appear. So what else is going on, guys? How's your mornings going, or your day has gone so far? I got up late this morning, so I was rushing around to get ready for this. We knew that, Matt. Yeah, Locke, no, you type exclamation mark. Guys, one of the guys show Locke how it's done. Exclamation mark and enter, or else Locke is just goofing off and trying to make my life hard. So, the machine we're working on today, the Creasee. Good morning, Free. How are you? Thank you for sharing. Thank you, guys. Make sure you share this out with your, on all the communities and so on you're on out there. Yeah, follows are free. Good. Right. So this is the Creasee, Creasee. And if you want the link to this printer, you type bang or exclamation point Creasee, Creasee, and press enter, and you will get you'll get the details on Twitch. Also, I have an ongoing giveaway right now that started last week and will run until the 13th. Closing day is the 13th. If you do bang or exclamation point focus in chat, you will get the details of a link to the Facebook group or the Facebook post to give you the details on that giveaway, and you can enter that giveaway. Good morning, Louise. So we have a couple of things going on. Bang enter for the resin right now for a 500 milliliter bottle of resin. US, UK, France, and Germany. Bang focus will give you the details of the focus printer giveaway, which is the Odin 5F3 printer that I'm giving away. And then if you do bang Creasee, you have the link to this machine here that we're going to be unboxing. So we have 15 people on. Good. I hope everyone's having a good day so far and had a good weekend. So normally, as I said, I have this on the table, but I can't. This thing is too big. I'd have nowhere to put the part. So I've actually set up a table to the side. This machine is a Creasee CS50S Pro. It is a 500 millimeter by 500 millimeter by 600 millimeter on Z. I have my camera about 6 feet away from me right now because even though it's a widescreen camera, I wouldn't be able to see the top of the printer, and I'm even worried whether I'll see the top of the printer or not here. So this thing is a monstrously big printer, and it is not expensive. They're selling it through AliExpress, but they'll ship to the US. And right now on AliExpress, it is $546.39 for a monstrously big printer. So we're going to build it this morning and see how it goes. Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I'll lift the box. I'm going to do it one last time because the thing is so big, and hopefully no hernias kick in when I do this. So last time I'm going to be lifting this box. This is the machine we're going to be unboxing today. It's a monster. Okay, I need to sit down after that. It's not super heavy. It's just more clumsy. So the box itself is in inches, 29 inches wide, or 29 by 33 is the size of the box. That's just the box. So it's a huge printer on the inside. Oh, thank you, Locke, for the follow. Thank you so much. That's a great price. Even if it's going to use the base machine and you do a pile of mods to it, for its price and its build volume, it's a steal. It's an absolute steal of a machine for that price. So let's open up the box. I'm going to switch over my camera to show you the box itself. And let me see, did that work? Or didn't? Let me switch over cameras. I'm going to change camera to this one so you can see what's in the box, and I'll start unpacking it. Don't worry, it's not my address. Don't worry about it. That's Amazon's address you're seeing at the side. This company were shipping with Amazon, and I'm calling out Amazon here. Amazon screwed them over. They delivered a whole pallet of these to the US around Christmas time. And Amazon lost 30 printers. I understand losing one, but they lost 30 printers. A whole pallet of printers they lost. Hey, James. Don't smash the like button. Thanks, James. Hey, Nadav. Who else is out there? I'm going to open it now. Who else is out there? Okay, I'm going to try. RCNC, good morning. How are you? Hey, Sebastian. I see every comment from no matter what source it is, and not everybody will see, may not see the comments, but I will see them all. So, if you ever have young kids and you want a big box for them to play, because kids like to play inside boxes, this is the baby, because you could probably fit 2 young kids in there. It's so big. Everything's well packed by the looks of it. Okay, so let's get this all out. Let's see what's in here. Okay, bubble wrapped, well packed. This is the bed. Actually, it's in a seal pack and all, even nicer. I'm going to leave. I'll have a quick look, but I'll leave it in there to be needed. So it's a plain glass bed. I think it's hardened glass. It's toughened glass. The hell with that. This is the easiest way. So it's a glass bed. It's a huge build platform. I'm going to store this to the side. I do not need this yet. Gently out of the way. Look at the size of that build plate. So we'll get a ruler and we'll check the build area. It is 20 inches square. Just slightly under 20 inches square. Now, I'll have to change cameras back again because I need to put that up here on the table and I have no room. So let me go to my change over camera again. So let's see what else. Good morning, Chris. How are you, Mr. Min Customs? The reason why we're able to do multi-streaming is Min Customs because this month he has actually covered the cost of StreamYard. So we have extrusion. I think, I have a feeling this is, what the question is better than Crowley. I don't know. This is the top of Z, I think. Okay, there's one more over here. I forgot about that one. They may be my, I don't know what they are. Okay, this is a big machine. And you know what? They didn't spare on the stepper motors. Look at the side. I'll show you the stepper motors in a moment. It's well packed. Nothing's moving in there. Look at this. I'll turn it around so you can see the size of the stepper motor. Look at the size of that build volume. This thing's enormous. So look at this big, heavy-duty stepper motor there, and the belts for the axis is actually, they're heavy as well. They're not the normal, really thin belts. They're actually about twice the width of the belts. Do I have my micrometers there, really? I'll find them in the window and I'll measure the width of the belt. So the belt needs to be tensioned, but there is a belt tensioner in the front. Look at the size of that build volume. You got dual 2020 for supporting the bed, There's two sets of there's a set of wheels on each side. I do need to adjust these a little bit, but that's okay. That's normal. Actually, I might flip it over and do that right now. They're using the yellow springs on the bed to support it. That's going to print a lot of toys for tots. I agree. There can't be much that is even close to the, Creality had a big machine like this, but I don't think they make it anymore. So let me do one thing. I'm going to do, let me move this out of the way, because I'm going to, while I go, because this is so big, I'm going to tension this as we go. It might be easier to flip it over. Yeah, it's a big printer. Good morning. How are you, John? Yeah, but they don't make that anymore. They don't make that the CR10S5. I don't know if they ship that anymore. So we have this extrusion, which I will park here for now, because I need to get more out of this box. Okay, more for trash. More. Oh, I have to do a complete assembly on the base of this. Okay. A big bag of pieces. Now, it looks like, and there's one thing I was worried about, it looks like the filament extruder goes on the top of Z. I may not have enough roof space. I may have to try and slide it over and pop out a tile to make it fit. Because I have a drop ceiling here. So I may have to drop out a tile to make it fit. I don't think they sell the large, the 5S anymore. We have our extruder. So it's an MK8 extruder. Standard MK8. There's no ABL that I can see of at the moment, but we'll see. I don't think there is. It could probably benefit from an ABL, given the size of the print bed. Instructions. I'm sure there's more details on the SD card, but the basic instructions are here. One side is in Chinese, the other side is in English, but it should be easy enough to adjust. We may not even need that because I've built so many of these things. Okay, so cables, lots of cables. This is one of the bed legs come off for the adjusting of the bed height. So let me put this back on. Come on. Let's see what else today. Mechanical wire. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Print Bran. Yeah, I have a feeling I may have to drop out one of these panels to make it fit. I do have to adjust that bed, but that's easy enough to do. I'm going to do it now because I don't know if I'll have clearance to move stuff around in a while. So let me tighten this down. Because I'll have to tighten them down later on anyway. I get these cranked down because when I'll need them cranked down before I do the leveling anyway. They sell it on their website. Oh, okay. So you can only buy it through their website. Okay. Well, this is available through AliExpress, and going by what they say on AliExpress, they say they do free shipping to the US via DHL, which is. I have a feeling they're actually going to move stock to the US because they are moving away from Amazon because of what Amazon did to them. They're actually going to move away from using Amazon altogether. I think they sell a version of the trunk. There is a you can get a Tronxy. The Tronxy has a 500 and a 600. It's just easier to put my hand underneath and tighten it up. You got lots of clearance underneath, and I like the rubber, the legs. What would I would say, given the span of this, a leg in the center might actually be beneficial as well, but doesn't have one. It's a small thing. You could always 3D print something. So let me verify one thing though. The stepper motor goes, normally the stepper motor would go to the back, but I want to ensure there's no instructions there. The instructions are kind of useless. Let me get in here. Okay, so we're getting into the meat of things. This is our X and Z gantry. So let's see how much roof clearance I have. I'll just about, this will be going on here somewhere. We have a BMG style extruder, which is nice. It's got a filament runout sensor. The BMG extruder seems to be flipped around rather than being, normally you feed in from this side of a BMG and then go this way, but this one is flipped around. So it's set up to work in reverse. So you'll feed filament in this direction and then out here instead, which is inverted, but it's okay. But that's a big, so as I suspected, this height is going to be a problem. I might just about get the spool on before it impacts the ceiling. Let me take this out of here for now. And stand it back here. I'll get to it in a while. And then we have the main control panel, which is here. So you have a nice touch screen. Let's check voltage while we're at it. I don't see a voltage switch anywhere. Let's see what board is in it, because I can see the board through here. It's an MKS Robin Nano version 1.2. The MKS are good boards. So they have an MKS Robin Nano in it, but there's no voltage switch that I can see, which kind of worries me a little bit. You know what? I'm going to pop this open. I want to check the voltage on the main board because I do not want to plug it in and get a puff of smoke out of it. Let's see. Everything else is gone out of the box. Oh. It looks like I have two pieces for an end stop or something that broke off. So we may have end stops missing their springs, so I'll store those in case I need them, in case they are actually missing off the printer. And that's it. This is another. No, okay. All right. So let's see what everyone's saying in chat. Hey, subjects, good morning. Hey, Kenny, how are you? Had to resolve because something wasn't right in the temperature sensing part. Oh, okay. Someone say fire. Well, yes, that's why we're trying to avoid. This is not a tripod stream. Where is my toolkit? Keep it down here. I want to have a look inside to make sure there's no because I don't see a power. Actually, is that the power switch option? No, it's not. So I want to open it, and it'll give us a look on the inside anyway. But I want to see what's on. I want to see the setup for the power to make sure it's set right for the region. Wrong. Ahead. Too small. My max has 2 power supplies. Well, let's see what's in this. This is a big power supply. I just want to verify. I don't see a switch on the outside for the switching of the power supply voltage. And because I can't see it, I want to verify it's correct. It could be on the inside. It generally is, but there's no access to it that I can see on the outside. I'm in a 110. It should be fine because it said at 220, but I want to make sure. And it's something that needs to be called out if that's not visible anyway. Good morning, Disc. How are you? It could be auto switching, and if I don't see anything on the power supply itself, that's even better. But it looks like there's an open on the side here, an opening on the side to allow it. But all I see in there is cables. So if there is a way in there, if there is a switch in there, you won't see it. So I was right. There's cables in the way of the switch. There's a whole bunch of cables here in the way, and I can't even see the voltage. I have to pull these cables out of the way. I don't even have enough light for that. Let me get a light in there for my phone. 1 second. It's set at 230, so I need to switch it. So it wouldn't have worked. Did that do it? I can't even see what I'm doing because of these cables. It didn't move it. I need to grab it better. See that? Change it over. Now it's on 115. Okay, so the problem I saw, I'm not sure, it's not an issue, it's just a small thing, but these cables, I can show you here, these cables are running in here, and the power supply voltage switcher is actually on the inside, it's on the power supply, and the cables are blocking access to view in here to see it. So it's small. It's not a big issue, but it's something that I can let them know. They have an off-board MOSFET. Let's see what else here. So they are replaceable stepper controllers. They're not. Okay, I can show you this. Let me switch. They are not using furls, so I will put furls on these. They're not using furls. That's easy enough for me to do, but they should be. But I said it'll probably function fine. It looks like they're using. It doesn't look like they're tinned wires. They look like they're raw wires, which is fine. I'd rather plain raw, untreated wire than tinned wires. So I will replace them with furls. I'll do it later on. Let's get into getting this build done. Yeah, I'll mention it, and I'll tell them that they need to make sure that those cables are routed in a slightly different way, or at least stuck to something that they're up out of the way so you can see the switch. You are correct, Sebastian. They set it at 230. 230 or 240, depending on the power supply. But yeah, they do that because at 230 it will work in the UK and in Europe, but it will not power on and it won't damage the circuit in the US. If they set it at 110 and they went to a 230 or 220 volt country, you would blow up the power supply. Auto switching power supplies are becoming more and more common in printers. They should actually start using that. But at least uncovering the switch and shipping it at 230, that's at least safer. You won't end up frying your power supply, because I've seen people not check their power supply and plug in at 230, a 110 setting in 230 volts, and the magic blue smoke was released, and that was the end of their printer. But it's a good board. The MKS Robin Nano is a good machine. It's a good board. I know a couple of machines that are using them, and they run fantastically. Actually, the Focus uses a Nano also. So let's see how this is mounted. If it's even mounted, is it? Well, we have screw holes here. Okay, so I'm assuming this baby will go on underneath like so. And sit in to that extrusion. Maybe I'm wrong, because those screw holes do not line up. Let me try the back here. There's no bolt screw holes back here. So how does that get attached? Oh, it is these screw holes. Okay, so there's 4 of them. There's 2 screws. There's 4 screws. There's 4 holes here. 2 here and 2 here. But only 1 of each will take a bolt, and you bolt up the control board up underneath the printer. So let's get that done. Let's go to our toolkit and see what's in here. So we have a USB stick and a USB cable. We have a small toolkit, which comes with a proper screwdriver, which is nice. See, proper screwdriver in there. Power cable and our filament holder, which I will mount before I put on the Z-axis, because there's no way I'll get up there. I don't have a step ladder with me. Mounting brackets and reinforcing brackets for everything. This does come on the front. It does mount, even though because the Z is so tall, it does include angle brackets. That's what those 2 long ones, the 2 long 2020, will mount here and run up to the top to support the Z because it's so tall. Clips for the bed, zip ties, extra Bowden tube, 4 bolts, and some glue stick, and another set of bolts over here. M525s, and the other are M525 5 pieces. So, okay. So lots of M525s, and if we ever run out of them, I have a box of them there somewhere from that other print I'm doing. So let me get these out off the table. We don't need them for now, but I'm going to use the tools that came with the printer. So I will need their 2 wrenches. I'll use my own level cutters. These level cutters are decent, and I have my own set of level cutters, so which are the same as those. So level cutter is a level cutter. We may need those, but I don't think we will. We will probably need this, and we won't need a scraper or the needle for clearing the nozzle. Okay, so let's get on the bed. Let's see what's happening in chat first. Hey, Filament, does the PCB heater on the bottom go all the way to the edges of the bed? The PCB heater, that's a good question. Whether you're worried about, you're talking about a bed heater. Let's have a look. I don't think most companies don't do that. Some have done it, but most companies don't. It goes right up. I can feel it. It's going right up to about a centimeter from the edges. I can feel the track. It's about 1 centimeter from the edges, which is the way it should be. It should not be right over the edge. So it's going right up close to the edge. Well, actually, what I do with my glue stick is I don't actually use the glue stick itself very often. I dissolve glue stick in water. So I actually cut off the glue stick, smash it up in small pieces, the PVA glue stick, and I dissolve it in water. So that way then I can pour a bit of water on the bed, spread it out, let the bed heat, and it dries it, and it gives a really even film of glue stick rather than getting uneven coatings of glue stick on the bed. And it's so little that once the bed cools down, the parts pop off. So, okay, so let's get on the control board, and I'm guessing I will need. These are cap heads. Let's use the cap heads. This should be fine. Oh, I'm dropping them. So they're all the same size, and they're M525s. Some are cap heads, which will hold up the Z. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 for that, and I'll need 2, 4 for that. So these cap heads is what I'm going to use to hold the bed on, or hold the controller board on. Just wondering because the S5 had a 300 by 300. No, this had a larger. This heater is actually bigger. Now, unusual. These cap heads are actually using a Phillips head rather than using a hex wrench, which is why they give you a screwdriver. It's the right size. Cool. So, 2 front, 2 back. There is a slot in the control board right in the front here that the extrusion sits down into. So you have to lift it up, get the screws aligned. Get the initial bite on each side so it hangs there. So you're raising it, you're actually raising the base off the control board off the base. And let me do the back ones. Just lift it up a bit. These should align. I don't know why they have 4 screws here. Maybe at one point they had 4 screws holding it, but they changed it down to only needing or 8 screws. You only changed it down to using 4. Phillips' superior stripping power. Well, this doesn't need to be tight because it's only holding on the control board anyway. So, M3 Designs. That's a good idea. Phillips is a severe stripping. I hate hexagon heads. I don't mind hex heads at all. Some do torque heads, but the problem is not everybody has a torque screwdriver. So almost everybody has at least a Phillips screwdriver, if not an Allen key set. Good morning, All Out. How are you, Vincent? The S5 is a design. I won't repeat the last word. So before I do anything else, because this bed is loose, obviously, I'll adjust the wheels on it now while I can, because when I put all the rest of it together, I won't be able to reach. And I won't be able to move stuff around as easy. So let me do this now. Scoot over here to the side. And I'll tilt it up on the side while I can. These are all loose. That's fine. This is normal shipping. Just do both sides. It's a little tighter. Okay, that's one side done. Let's go to the other side. I'm just getting up the bed. The tension on these rollers. Small hex ones are. The small hex ones are very easy to round off. I agree. fraction more tension on that one. That's better. So let me double check the other side after I tensing the first one side. Need a fraction more. There we go. Okay, now the bed is stable. Motion is smooth. No flat spots on the belts, which is good. This belt is loose, so I can tighten it down. There's a belt tensioner here in the front. The sounds are over the right. It's singing my tune. Okay, that sounds about right. Oh, now it's getting caught. Let's try. Oh, this is slightly off angle, so let me fix that. This is not square, and I can fix that. Let me loosen this out again. These are loose. That's why. I need. Does that fit? Oh, perfect. So the rollers were not sitting square, so it's easy enough to tighten this up a little bit. And I need to square this bracket. Needs to be squared up a little bit. If I loosen this out, I can twist that side of it. I'm just making sure everything's tight because it's going to be harder to do it later on. It's a bit more central than it was. That looks good. So, guys, just to those who joined, I'm giving away a 500 milliliter bottle of resin from Yusu. They will choose a color and the type, but they will ship it to you in the US, UK, France, and Germany. Do bang enter right now if you want to enter for a chance. If you're in Twitch, I'm also running a Focus Odin 5 F3 giveaway. If you do bang Focus FOKOOS, and it'll give you a link to the Facebook page where you can go and get all the details of the Focus giveaway that ends on the last submission is on the 13th. So that's all going on. And if you want details on this printer, the link to this printer on AliExpress right now, you can do bang or exclamation mark Creasee, that's CREASEE, bang Creasee, and it'll give you the link to this printer on the AliExpress because they're selling through AliExpress. They asked me, they have a handful on Amazon, and they don't want to deal with Amazon anymore because Amazon did them wrong in the past. So they're not going to deal with Amazon. So cable that has the airplane connectors, which is nice, and they're really strong. They're a very stable connection. Goes underneath and plugs in here underneath and these are keyed. Okay, it's going to do it upside down. Okay, perfect. Screw this into place. Into size queen. Thanks, Zach. Hey, Comic Age, how are you? Hey, Big Jano, how's life? Hey, Kenneth, how are you? Chris, how's life? How are you all today? So this is nice. This is stable now. It's moving. What's impacting there? Oh, that's just. That's just a cable rubbing the extrusion. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, now I'm going to put the filament holder on the. Yeah, this is the X and Z axis, guys. Look at the size of this. So I'm going to put the filament holder on this first before I mount it on here because I won't be able to get to it afterwards. It's too tall. Unless I get a stepladder. And if need be, and I have a suspicion I may have to, I may have to take out a tile in the roof if it's too tall to make it fit. That's how big this machine is. Share the link. Thank you so much. How are you, Dan? Good morning. Let's see what else is in here. I need to make sure I have all of the little components. So I have a T-nut in here, but I only have one bolt, an M5, or is it an M4? It's an M4, I believe. Oh, the other one's on this. Okay, perfect. So just putting the T-nuts on here. One was on, one just fell off, which it was in the bag, so that's all good. Since the extruder's on the back, I'll be pointing the filament holder to the back of the printer because we don't want that getting in the way. And I'm going to mount that. Actually, I'll stand it here so you can see what's going on. I'm going to mount that here. They got two. I don't know why they have extrusion holes here, but let me screw this on first. And these again are using Phillips heads, not hex heads. So this thing is monstrous. I'm good, sir. Just finished up my stream on working on some printers. Oh, nice. Nice upgrades. What type of upgrades are you working on? Fill us in, man. Fill us in. You know we're all nerds. We're all 3D printing geeks here. We all like to know about upgrades and changes and modifications of printers and new printers. Was what correct, Sebastian, you're referring to? Bang, enter. Yeah, bang. Yeah, the exclamation enter is correct to enter the giveaway. And those of you just joined, bang, enter gets you the giveaway for a 500 milliliter bottle of resin from Yusu that I'm giving away right now. I'll be giving it at the end of the stream today. I will also be doing, there's a bang focus, FOKOOS. If you do bang focus or exclamation focus, I'm doing an ongoing giveaway right now that will end on the 13th of the month. Do bang focus will give you the details of the focus giveaway that I'm doing. It'll give you a link to a Facebook page where all the details are. And then also, if you want the details on this printer, you do bang Creasee, that's CREASEE, and that will give you the link to the AliExpress post. Oh, look at the size of this thing. This is almost touching the ceiling. I think I got away with about 4 inches between the top of this and the ceiling. I'll move the camera up in a while so everyone can see. See if that'll stand. Oh, okay. Stand long enough for me to do this. These are our Phillips heads again. Put these into place. There's 4 in each side. Just get them in there by hand for now. Oh, the magnets? Okay, nice. So yeah, the bang enter gives you the AliExpress link. It's a tiny URL link that'll give you the link to AliExpress for this machine. And it's a monstrous machine. Hey, Jano, you will need 2 new tables just to put this on. I'm not hiding. It's just the size of the printer. Hey, DC, how are you? The link does not work. When the link does not work, I will paste the link directly into chat. It should work. The tiny URL link should work, but if it doesn't, here I will paste the link directly into chat. There it is. It's a long link, and that's why I use the tiny URL, but that long link should function. If it doesn't fit. Yeah. Well, you know what? You are right. It doesn't fit into the shot. I can adjust camera in a moment. I was just leaving it as this way because it was easier. I wanted to show some of the table. The camera's already 5 feet away from the table. And I can adjust the camera if needed. I got these tightened up. And I still have to put in the upright supports for here, which are going to be awkward enough to get to. Let's see. I need parts of this kit. Where did I put them? I put everything away so well. Oh, this is what I need. There we go. These brackets. We know you are. So we have these brackets to be put on. We have a spare nozzle. It looks like an ordinary MK8 nozzle, which I have a boatload of. Now, it comes with a 0.4 nozzle. I'm pretty sure that I will be, at some point, replacing that with a 0.8 because the print volume being so large. Let's see what else. The Gantry is too big. So I can actually, I can't move the camera back much more because the cables won't reach. But I can tilt it up. So just give me a quick second to loosen this. Right, I have to stop there because you won't be able to see it all. So as you can see, it's almost touching the ceiling. It's about 4 inches from the ceiling. Yeah, it's that big a printer. So let's see. I have some M418s. I have M48s, M510s, T-nuts, and M418s again. Okay, so these are going to be attaching the upright that supports this whole unit, which will be using these two pieces of 2020 extrusion on the front that we mounted here to support this. Let's see if I can catch up and chat a little bit before we continue. So remember, bang enter for the giveaway. 49 people watching, cool. Let's see if there's anything in here I missed. It's important. Now you change my AliExpress to French. Shouldn't be. It should be in English. It's on the link I gave it. Let's see. The printer's not big. I like that. Leprechaun. That's right, Jerry. I'm not going to say the Lucky Charms line, though. Don't worry. I'm not going to do that. Built over by. Don't say that. It will increase as we watch. So, right. So this has two on each end that are cut out. I'm assuming. Okay, so there should be offsets up here, and then the smaller ones should be down here. So I'm assuming they both on like so. That would make sense. I'm sure the instructions are in the SD card, but I'm just ignoring them. As you do, right? These are all using MK18s, M418s, M418s, M48s. So let's leave these, and M510s are something different. So I'll leave those aside. I'll get these bolted on using the 18s. I'm guessing they're the 18s. Yes, this is not an instruction build, it's a guest build. We'll build it as we think it should be. And these look about right. I think the instructions are on the SD card. I haven't plugged in the SD card, so I'm going by what I think the way it should be built up. Get these on and get them square. Actually, did I do that wrong? I did that wrong, I guess. Yeah, of course I did it wrong because I didn't look at the instructions. These are for the base, not for the uprights. My wife says I've been married for 12 years today. Wow! Happy anniversary, Jerry. We know Brandy is right, so if you say otherwise, you're going to smack upside the head. How did the gold coins go over? You know, that was supposed to. That's a good question. That talk in the museum was supposed to be yesterday. And the museum came back to us middle of the week, and said, you know what? We double booked you. We don't have a monitor or anything like that. You can do your presentation on. So it never happened. We are scheduled for next week. Next week on Saturday, the week after on Sunday, and then the week after that again on Saturday, which is the last week of the event. So yeah, there was a bit of a miscommunication. But all is good. We're still doing it. I'm going to be doing it, but I'm not going to be doing it this week. I'm going to do it next week instead. Let me see if that's right. That should be going on here. On the outside there. Yeah, that looks right. So they will not get used until next week. But they're ready. I have about 100 of them or so ready. And I'll make more. It's easy enough to do more. It's fine. It happens. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. And the person who is doing it, she is new. She only started with the company, with the museum in January. So mistakes happen. It's okay. I still got in there for a couple of weeks to do some stuff, and it'll be fun. So just let that in there. I won't tighten it in because I need to have a bit of play, just in case. And in the first one of these, we'll mount 2 screws down here into the frame. Now, I can't do much rotating of this to show you what's going on. Well, it happens, and it's okay because we've added. We're going to be there, and the busiest day is often either the opening days, which happened already. So we're kind of going in a little late anyway. But some of the biggest days are, I think they are M5s, are they? But some of the biggest days are often later on. I'll keep those. It's okay. I don't mind doing it. I'll still be doing it, and we'll be there at the end of the second last day, which is often some of the busiest days. Oh, that's the wrong screw. I have a feeling these are taking the M5s, is it? Or is it the smallers? Oh yeah, this takes the M5, the M5s off here. And the combination of M5s and M3s, okay. Okay, that's okay. Oh, cool. Well, this is the Henry Ford Museum. This is not right. So one second, let me have a look on this side. This is not thread in very well. Doesn't seem to want to fit on the side on there. It's not a good fit for some reason. Oh, I think I know why too. They have shorter M4s. Maybe these are ones I need to use for these. Because it won't fit. Actually, I don't even know if that will work, but let's try. Oh, they won't even reach. I can look at that in a while. It looks like on the side here, the inner bolt from the top is in the way of the screw hole here, blocking it. So I don't think you need it to be strong anyway, because it's only supporting. So I can just tighten the top one and just leave it at that. That'll give it the strength it needs anyway, I think. You spot that? Do you have a spot? What do you mean by do you have a spot? Do I have a place for it? No. I'm going to have to. What I'm planning to do is, for this machine is I'm going to build a box for this, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 4 to 6 inches tall with some legs on it. This size out of plywood and stand it on the floor because it's like it won't fit into the shelving. It's too deep for any of these shelving. The travel of the y-axis protrudes out the back. Like, let me see how much space you actually need. So if I assume, this is in inches, by the way. I don't have a long. If I slide this all the way forward, you'll need 36. You need about 40 inches front to back of space, and width-wise, you need at least 29 inches wide. Is what you need as space to mount it. So this will not fit on a shelf or anything like that unless it's custom made. Do I need a stitch? You're shorter than me, Jerry, so you can't speak. Okay, so let's get these on. And I can mount these on the outside here. Jerry calling me shorty, and he's shorter than I am. Now you know why I don't wear green. It explains a lot, doesn't it? That's funny. No need to measure bed forward. Yeah, it does overhang the floor, and this is this table is large. I made it. When I built this table, I made it that size for a reason. It's 33 inches deep. This table is, and this overhangs it. So, yeah, not small in any shape or form. So I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do about this size because the bolts coming on. I have other bolts that probably will fit there on my own. They seem to be a little long, and they're protruding into the path of the other screw that's crossing it. They should be, and that's the screws coming in from the top of the Z down into these uprights, in the top bracket. It's going to need its own room. It's going to need its own zip code. This thing is enormous. I do need a step stool if I'm ever going to get up. Like, even getting the spool on, I'll have to stretch. And come on, no short jokes. I'm not that short. I'm 5'9". I'm shortish. I'm not really that short though. So let's get this on the side. And I need 2 more bolts for here. And that's that's a lot of the assembly done. Yeah, Bang Focus gives you the details of the Focus giveaway. So I'm doing a giveaway of a Focus Odin 5 F3 printer. Bang Enter gets you in for a chance to win a 500 milliliter bottle of Yusu resin today. At the end of the stream, I'll do a drawing, and you have to be on stream to enter to win. So you'll have to respond to me if your name comes up. And then that should be good. If you do Bang Creasee, that's CREASEE, that'll give you the details and a link to this. And if that link doesn't work, let me know. You're taller than me, but it doesn't look like. Well, Now, if you're talking making fun of me wearing green having this printer, imagine this dude with Jerry wearing green having this printer. Or built over. Let's see. You can make a screenshot and claim you're building an industry. That's funny. That would work if I was wearing green. That would really work built over if I was wearing green. God, you're all in a really good, funny mood this morning, aren't you? Man, this thing is monstrously big. Go on, say it. That's what she said. Go on. Someone has to get in there and say that. Actually, these are Tina's. Are they M4s? These might. I'll wait until the end. If these are not, I'll be able to use them up here later on. I can add them in after the fact. So these are not needed right now. I have to put on the extruder. I don't know who Regina George is. Okay, I don't know. Leo, Howie, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. So this is, well, I can't help you with that, built over. Right, so we're going to have to put on the extruder. We have a nozzle, which I don't think we need. We have a hot end. Stand that over out of my way. We have our extruder, which is a standard MK8 extruder. There's nothing else in that bag that I don't need. Nope. Okay. Extruder has to be mounted. Everything's pre-assembled. And it looks like there is a single connector on top, which makes it easier and modular. You're not, when you have to take it off, you just have to plug one cable and do a couple of bolts and you're done. But the screws for mounting this, I suppose I could screw it in from the back, maybe. Yeah, I could screw it in from behind. It makes it easier. So there's 3 bolts to hold this together. Nice and easy. And these do require a hex wrench. So let's see what size. It's not very big, so that's what she says it's built over bot every time. Yeah, it's not very big. You walked into that one. Diagonals, they go forward, which is unusual. Normally you would put it, but there is more travel distance in the front. So the more angle you have, the better support it gives. In the back, it'd be a shorter angle, and it would actually, even though it is still a triangle, it's less. It would offer less rigidity, whereas a longer travel distance in the front would actually gives it more rigidity. So, I understand the reasons why they did it in the front. It would be nicer to have it running in the back of it, but it's not a requirement. Okay. Extruder gets mounted on, simple 4 little bolts. 1 through. Where is the gap here? It's down here. Huh, let me check that. Oh, the 2 bottom ones go in from below, from the back, and the front one goes in. The top one goes in from in the front. And by the way, you're hearing my puppy upstairs. She's barking, probably someone delivering something. Could be Amazon or someone coming to the door. But it's easy enough to change. Who's a pregnant alien? Easy enough to set up. That's good. And then one in the front. This is kind of small. Let me see. I have longer hex wrenches here. That would be better for putting this on. Because that one is kind of short. and you don't have much clearance in there, but so I'm going to use my own for this. No, direct driving this would be a mistake. And the reason why I say that is because its sheer volume is so big. I think using a direct drive on this machine would be a mistake. I just need to loosen these. I over tightened them. I didn't have time to line the top. I think if you put a direct drive in this, it will cause more problems because you have so much weight to move around. The inertia would be an issue. That's why like most of fast-moving printers use board style and extruders because of the lighter weight. There's less inertia to deal with. Tighten it up there and then retighten these. Direct drive is great. Don't get me wrong, but it has a place, and I think a direct drive on this would be there's two things you have to deal with. Yeah, you're moving around. You are, but it's more stable. See, would I print really fast on this, like over 50 or 60 millimeters? No. Excuse me, because of inertia. But it comes with a 0.4 nozzle. To print fast on this, I wouldn't use a 0.4 nozzle. What I do is I keep the same print speed, but I'd up the nozzle to a 0.8. And that way then I can do less walls, so I have less passes to do, and I can get the same amount of time, the same amount of printing done with a bigger nozzle. That's how I would tackle it. That's already stable. That's good. I don't need to adjust this at all. So this board and tube plugged in to my extruder, just like that. And that's my hot end on. Now the fun part of cabling, because that's all of the components, I believe. Yep, other than zip ties to hold stuff in place, it's built. I just go do the cabling now. Let's see, run a 0.8 on my CR10, but still a tall print. Maybe, yeah. I don't know how this is. Okay, that needs to be tensioned as well. That's too loose. But it does have belt tensioners everywhere. And I think I found out what happened to my end stops. Remember, I found the end stop covers, two of them. I found they go on the Z. The Z has two end stops, and these covers go on there. So, let's see if they'll clip on. I hope they do, because then it solves my problem. Otherwise, I'll have to. Oh, don't tell me my end stops are damaged. I think both of my Z end stops may be damaged. Oh no. That's where these two caps came off of. And it's not reactive. Then the end stop, what happened was the end stop cover came off, and there's a little button inside those. Let me see, let me check the box. There should be a little button inside those that pushes on the connector. If they're here, I can piece it back together again. Actually, there's one of them. I think I may have found one. I can rebuild the button. I think I have one of the end stop buttons, but the problem is it may not stick on. Inside these, the little button goes into place. So I'll need to gently insert this. The end stops got damaged. Well, that's a bummer. Let's see if I can get this back on. So it clips into place. If I do, Oh. This is not going to be easy to reassemble. Think for a second. Yeah, the end stop came apart. And I can see if I can... Well, let's see if it clips on first of all. The little plastic clips on the side are broken. If I can get the button in there, I can actually... if I can get the button to stay in there, I can refix it. But the end stops were pulled, the tops of them were pulled off. And it'll be okay if that button stays in place, because then actually it might work if I put a little bit of tape or something in there. Do I have masking tape right on hand? I don't, but I have Captain tape. Let me see if this will work. I only need a tiny sliver of Captain tape to capture it. Sorry about this, guys. The end stops pulled off. I only need to temporarily capture the thing, and I may have to glue it on. I'll have to replace these end stops. That's a bummer. You should put it on the other side. Yeah, I have to do a bit of a repair job, guys. I don't think I have an end stop from anything else, and there's 2 end stops on this Z. And I've only found an insert for one. I'll have to look to see if I can find the other. If I can get it, the clips for the end stops are broken, and that probably happened during packing or shipping or something. If I can get that to stay in place now, and I might be able to tape it into place with a bit of Captain tape. And I'll have to look for the other one. So guys, if you haven't already entered, bang, enter is a chance to get Yusu resin today. And if you want to find out about a Focus giveaway that I'm doing, a Focus Odin 5 F3 printer giveaway, you do bang Focus, F-O-K-O-O-S. That'll get you into a chance to win that. And the details on this printer, which I'm trying to do a quick repair job on right now, which this might actually work temporarily. I think this might work just to get it going for today. That seems to have fixed that. So let me try to see if I can find the insert for the other one and do the same on this side, because the cap of this one came off too. And I have the cover. I just don't have the little red plastic insert that goes inside the end stop. I do not. I only have one of the inserts. Let's see if it's in here. This is where it came out of. I can jerry rig it temporarily to get it working, and I can just get some end stops to replace them. See if it fell out. No, I've only got one end stop. I may have another printer. Let me see. Hey, how are you, Tim? Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to see if I have another in-stop of another printer that might work. Just give me a moment. Let me take some wrenches with me in case I need to take something apart. I have another printer. I might be able to steal one off. Give me a moment. Okay. I've got a similar style end stop. It may not fit, but we can try. A few moments later. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it is massively big. Go on, get the jokes going, guys. Uh, so I may not be able to use the whole thing, but I may be able to take off the cover off this carefully. I will need an X-Acto knife to lift this off, but it may come off, and I might be able to clip it back on. They seem to be very similar in design. So if I'm really gentle with this, it might work. Now that PCB's in the way. We're talking about DC showing off again, huh? If I can get this open without reefing my hand, yeah, like a Tim stream. Maybe I can use this in stop. It looks about the same size. Okay. Now I just have to get this to transfer. No falling apart. And it fell apart. Of course it did. I'll have to use a piece of tape in there again like I did last time to capture. These little end stops are minute. If it fits your hand, it's too small. Oh, guys. Such a pain. I can get new replacement end stops. They're easy enough to get, and I can solder them on if I need to desolder these and mount them over there. I can do that. I need a small bit of Captain tape to hold it in place. Just that's a little button while I do the transfer. Okay, let's see if this holds it in place. And I'll get an end stop on here, and as long as it should function. Maybe. Wing giveaway. What's wing giveaway? You inventing stuff again? I'll need to do a few more tweaks here. 1 second, guys. I will need to loosen this. No cheat codes. Sorry. Nice try. No. So I'll have to clip these off and just tape it on. I was hoping this would clip on properly, but it won't. Sorry, I have to do a little bit of operation because my end stops are damaged, and I'm going to jerry rig up a different end stop. I got one side taped on temporarily. I will get proper end stops for it. I will replace the end stops. It should be easy enough. I can always butcher some other. I have a machine in there that I ever now and again take pieces off of, so I don't use it very often. Well, not anymore now. It's become a parts machine, really. So does that fit? Okay. Okay, that's held in place, I believe. If I get the tape to stay, of course it won't. The joys of it, guys. Yeah, they must have got damaged in shipping, unpacking, or something, because they were ripped off and they were loose inside the box. If I can get this to stay on, I might be able to tape into place just to get a first print out of this anyway. And after that, then I will address the end stop issue by getting a replacement end stop and stick it in there. As they say, first world issues, right? So, yeah, I'm trying to manually rebuild the end stop. There. Okay, now I need to get a bit of fresh tape. I'm using Captain tape, in case anybody's wondering. Of course I dropped it. It doesn't have ABL at all. I don't know if the firmware has meshing enabled. So you can do a manual mesh. But I would say it is a good candidate for an ABL. Does this work? Okay, it's triggering. Now I just need to tape it into place to see if I can get it to be usable. It's only temporary. It's kind of awkward to get in here because of the positioning. It's not perfect, but I think it might work. If I get at least home it once for leveling and then home and then allow it to do one print, I'll be happy with that, and then I will replace the end stops because they were damaged. It is engaging. Is this side? This side needs a little bit more tape. So I don't have any blue tape, Llama. Blue tape wouldn't work for this. It wouldn't be strong enough. I know Lamb is disappointed I'm not using blue tape. You know what? You have to get over it. This might work. Maybe. We'll find out. Okay. And there's another end stop here. Oh no, don't tell me there's another one that's broken. That one is working. This one is replaced. This can only be the Y end stop, is it? No, the Y end stop is in one piece too. Okay, so I have to replace two end stops. Small minor thing to do. So that has full range. That belt is taut enough. It could be a little bit tighter, maybe. Okay, surgery over. Hopefully. How big is the heater? I don't know the wattage of it. The heating element comes right out to about 1 centimeter from each edge, and there is a heating pad underneath that. It's about 2 centimeters from the edge. So the heating element covers almost all the bed, which is good. You don't want it out to the very edge because these use clips to hold the bed on, and the heating pad covers the whole bed. So it should be good. So we have that done. With a voltage set, we'll do touch screen. Done. Let's see, cabling. That's what we need to do next is cabling. So let's start over here. I have to be really careful with these cables. We have Z right and Z end stop. So the Z end stop I have to be super careful of because that's the one that's questionable. But it looks like, actually, let me bring it underneath. It'd be better to bring it underneath. Out of the way. It'd be tidier. So let me do the stepper motor first, which is ZR for the right hand side. And then the end stop goes in here. Nice and tidy. No problem. I have the wires on the outside. Then I'll eventually zip tie them up. Whole bunch of cables have to be untied here. Mad bunch of cables. I'm assuming this is my ZL stop and ZLS for ZL stop and ZL for the Z end stop. So these I have to go on the inside because I don't have the space on the outside to route the cables around. Okay, I need to go around to the other side, do I? No, I can do this. No, I have to go around. I can't see what I'm doing. Z motors, done. Let's see what we have here. Okay, extruder. SX. Stop it. Filament sensor. The x-axis. Okay, so these I'll have to be careful of. Running them underneath is probably the best way to do it. Filament runout sensor is here, which is labeled as FS. Filament sensor. Let's get that plugged in first. This is my x-axis. I need to turn this. I don't have much room, but I'm going to have to turn it. So you can see what I'm doing. X-axis, X end stop, which is in here, so I will have to turn. So hopefully this won't fall off the bed, off the table. I will have to hang it over the edge a little bit to see where this plugs in. X end stop is in. And then this is my extruder, motor is going over here. Let's see how we're going. This thing is an enormous printer, guys. Enormous. Okay. I'm going to do, and this is Y end stop and a Y and a Y YS. I don't know. Okay, Y end stop motor. So that has to come back here. And where's the motor plugging in? Back here. Okay. So the Y end stop, that's kind of tight. It has to come in from above. I don't like that. That should be a little bit longer. I'd like to. Would it reach from underneath? Not really. So that's going to be. We have to watch that getting in the way of the end stop. And the Y motor. Again, I'll just spin this around. I can't see. Oh my gosh. I need to get in behind here. Excuse my head being in the way, guys. Okay. It's all cabled up. Let's make sure everything moves freely. This will have to be tidied. Is it triggering? I can hear that triggering. That's triggering. That's sometimes triggering. Not perfect, but it'll do for now. It's only temporary. Okay. And then finally, this is my extruder or my hot end. So this has to come up here. Out on the outside, a lot of cables over here and plug in, and it is keyed to activate the hot end. So these cables I have to tidy up. So let me get some zip ties, which they provide. Let's see. If you only got a large order, you could see better. Well, talking about larger printer, no, let's not go there. There is some potential of a larger printer coming my way. Not guaranteed, but it's the possibility exists. Let's just leave it at that. And that one will never make it to my table because it won't fit if that ever does happen. I want to bring that over the top. Keep it tidy. This should come over here, I believe, is the best way to put it. I'll just tie one. Let's see. Let me move that one down, and I'll put one more in the middle. Note to self: never build a printer needing a ladder for a camera. That's a good note. Yeah, this thing is. It's a big machine. Tidy up these. Throw this in the trash. Right. Power. Let's see where this plugs in. I'm sure it's at the back somewhere. It's not at the back. It's probably at the side. Oh, it's over here in the front. This works out great for me because it's over here. Let's see how far I can push that back without falling off the table. And yeah. Okay, no smoke, guys. Everybody else cheer. No smoke, right? It powers on. I'll move each axis individually, and then I'll see how I hope the Z stops work. I have another camera. Let me show you the screen. This is going to be handheld for a while, guys. so I can show you the screen. So let me switch cameras for a moment. Good old man. Yeah, it is a monstrosity. It's huge. Now, if you ever want to print like body armor and so on, this is the way to go. So let me go in and change my camera so you can see the screen that I'm seeing. This one. This is going to be handheld, so excuse the shaky hands, right? I'm going to hold it here. So with touchscreen, we have preheat, move axes, home, printing, more options. We'll go there second. Leveling, I guess leveling is just moving the head around so you can level in the different spots. And extrusion. So what's after more? There is no more. So okay, there's no more. There's a more button, but there's no more. Okay, that's fine. So let's go to move. And I'm going to go back to the main camera so you can see everything moving. So let me switch cameras again. I'm not using OBS, so I have to manually go into StreamYard and switch over cameras. But the video quality is better, so it's better for everybody. Let's see, right. I'm going to move the x-axis first of all. Is that 1 millimeter? So that's why we go. Oh, that's homing. Come on. Why did it stop moving? Is that triggered? Okay, at least it moved. I'll do a home in a minute. Let's see if the y-axis moves. Y-axis is moving. Z-axis is moving up and down, and it's very quietly. Yeah, it's moving. Amanda, hey, how are you? It's been a long time since I've seen you around. Hey, Britt, how are you? So, here is, we go to home button. I had to jerry rig, for those who do not know, I had to jerry rig some of the buttons on this, the end stops, because they were damaged. They were probably damaged in shipping. So I do not know if they're going to work. So what we're going to do is, just a reminder of everyone, we have 49 people in there. So bang, enter. I'm giving away a 500 milliliter bottle of Yusu resin. The resin type they'll choose, it could be either standard resin, ABS style resin, or water washable. And they'll choose a color and whatever's available in the area, and they'll ship it to you. It's open to US, UK, France, and Germany. I'm also doing, if you do Bang Focus, F-O-K-O-O-S, and this is only for those of you who are on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch, this will not work. You have to be on Twitch because the giveaway is via Twitch. If you do Bang Focus, if you're on the Twitch UI, you can get the details on, which is a URL link to a giveaway I'm doing on that started already. I'm going to finish closing this on the 13th, and on the 16th I will do a live stream announcing the winner of the Focus giveaway. Which is for a Focus Odin 5 F3 printer, an FDM printer. I can show you one of them. One of these printers I'm giving away. See, I can print the printer on the printer. Right, so I'm giving away one of these printers. It's funny. And that would be, the giveaway is actually closing on the 13th, and the announcing of the winners will be on the 16th on a live stream. And then on the, if you do Bang Creasee, that's C-R-E-A-S-E-E, Bang Creasee, you will actually get the details of a link to buy one of these printers. These are $550 for a 500 by 500 by 600 build volume. Yeah, that's a good response. So let's try homing, and let's home the x-axis first to make sure it. X-axis is homing individually. I'm going to do them one at a time because I want to see how it goes. And I haven't put on the build plate yet, which I'll do in a moment. Astro rigged. I roll of duct tape. So X-axis moves, Y-axis home. I found a UI thing they need to correct. Y-axis. Hey, Mylan. Mylan, you need one of these. You could print yourself a new chair, and this thing is so big. Now, the Z-axis is the one I had to jerry-rig the end stops. I hope they work. We were about to find out if they taped together because they broke. So I had to tape together the end stops. I do not know if they'll work. Let's see if the Z will work. Z home. It's moving. It's quiet. It's very quiet. Little Miss Amanda. Hey, off axis. How are you? So we do not know if the end stops for the Z will work because they were both broken, and I will replace them in the coming week probably. I'll just have to get replacements. But I taped them together. They might work. Team Unicorn. Hey, how are you? So while we're waiting for this, because it's moving slow, and that's okay, but it's homing. Let's see. Anyone have any questions? Yes, I do. Jerry rigged. We're talking Jerry Knapp, yeah. We sent Jerry over here to tape stuff together, all the way from Vegas. You'll be lurking. Okay, don't set the audio down to 0. Set it down. Just mute the tab, because if you set it to 0, it doesn't register. Okay, we're almost near the end. Let's see if the Z end stops work. If not, I'm ready to power switch. That side stop. Oh, Captain Tape us to the rescue. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to move the Z axis up because the Z end stops did work. I'm going to move Z up because I want to put on the bed. And I'm going to move the Y axis all the way forward. Yeah, it's early in the morning. I got out of bed late today, which is unusual for me to get out to sleep in that much, but I slept in this morning. So, our glass bed, it's a plain glass bed. There's no coatings, there's no nothing on it. So we need to be careful. But it is a hardened glass bed. Look at the size of this. People don't even have windows this big in their home. Right. The bed covers the whole area. And we have... Where are those bed clips? There we go. Jerry, the artillery belt is working well. You printed a sword as we're printing a sword as we speak. Okay, cool. How much armor do you want to print for me? You send it my way. You know I'll do it. Shipping is going to be the killer. So, 4 little clips. He's using the alligator clips, the standard alligator clips. They work. I just want to make sure the alligator clips. Okay, good. The alligator clips do not go in far. They go in far enough to hold it, but not in so far that they come near the tracks for the heating of the bed, which is the way it should be. Okay. We have strain relief here as well for the bed, which is perfect. I'll put this off to the side, away from the strain relief. Okay, I need some. Do I have cloth here? And I need some IPA to clean the bed down. Get all the finger marks and so on off the bed. I already, during assembly, just so everybody knows, I already tightened up the Mr. Bean. Who's Mr. Bean? Right. Bed is clean. That's underneath. That should be okay. Okay. It did not come with any filament. Just so you have a heads up. I'm sure I have What is this, PLA or what is this? This is PLA plus. Let's do a standard PLA. Just give me a second, I'll get a standard PLA. These are all in use. Just let me go over here. I'll get one off my. Let me see what. Actually, no. I'll use this. This is a silk. This is good. So, am I going to need a step stool to put this on? Come on, guys. Really? This thing is monstrously big. I kid you not. It's crazy. Oh. That's a stretch and a half for a short guy like me. And I'm not that short. So, didn't it come with filament? Yeah, well, you'll probably need about 10 spools of filament to do a full print. This thing is huge. In a good way, though. So, let me see one thing here. So, I'll have to squeeze this over. This logos, this is a 500 by 500 by 600 in Z. I need to go around this side because, yeah, normally I turn the printer. Turning the printer is not going to work this way. Why would that go in? Okay, this has to be flattened, straightened out a bit. I really hope that this clip that plays when I shot him out. What, the big printer? Okay, I can't see this. I need to reorganize here. I'm going to hang this off the edge of the bed temporarily so I can get closer. Oh. Okay, it didn't fall, just the leg slipped off the edge. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. Filament is going in, okay. I'll feed it most of the way in by hand, and then when it gets near, I have to heat everything else up. Okay, let's get this back up. Oh, getting a workout here, guys. So let's do a home. Actually, no, I'll do a home wall first. Actually, no, before I do that, I'm going to heat it up. I'm going to preheat to. There's no preheat options, so you just have to set the temperature. So extrusion up to 200, 210. Yeah, 210 should be fine. And for the heat bed, I'm going to set it at 60 and let it run. Now, it looks like a powerful bed heater, so we'll see how long it takes for it to heat up. If you did a full volume print with it is moving bed or issue. If you did fill the volume with a print, is the moving bed an issue? It can be. It all depends on how fast you print. If you print too fast, there is a lot of inertia here, but it is well stabilized. This is well stabilized, so it's not moving really. But there will be a lot of movement and pressure on the belts. I would say it could become an issue with inertia, right? But overall, if what I would do, this has a 0.4 nozzle, and that'd be fine for testing. But in the long run, I would probably put a 0.8 millimeter nozzle into it. And by doing so, I could print faster without actually moving the head and the bed faster. I'd stick it about 50 millimeters, but I would actually get more because I do thicker walls. That means I have to do less passes to print. So that's how I would circumvent it. Or the other option I would consider doing is putting a volcano hot end on this. And by putting on the volcano hot end, I can actually put a 1 millimeter in there. You can probably get away with a 1 millimeter with the existing hot end, but it'll be hard to balance. Side Liam, only open to UK, not to Canada. Yeah, the Canadian one The filament, the resin giveaway is US, UK, France, and Germany. They do not ship to Canada unless you want to ship to somebody here in the US, and you can pick it up off them or ship it to them because you're not far from the border. There, Mighty Beanie, you think of printing a full-size Igor? Well, you can print a lot on this thing. So the bed is slow, which is, you can imagine, it's slowly warming up. I can actually feel it getting warm. It's at 28 degrees right now and climbing. The nozzle is at 209. So the nozzle is at temperature to load filament. So let's get that done. So get something extruded here. They tested with red filament, looks like. Oh, why is that not going in? Oh, it's buckling here, okay. Do I have a clog already? From the factory, possibly? But the filament is just not getting, it's just getting stuck a little bit on the way in. Let me try this again. Yeah, it's flexing and not pushing through. So let me go back here. I'm going to move Z up. Actually, better still, I'll go here and turn off the motors. And get my hands underneath it. Let's try extrusion in. There we go. I said this is 10 millimeters, so we push a little bit more material through. So it is extruding. And it had red in there, it's now extruding the bronze. With that finish. I'd part out the droid, the helmet's possible. Oh, you're talking about droid builds? Okay. I've always wanted a big printer because I was talking about doing a full-size R2D2. Now I can. I can print the R2D2 body pretty much in one piece here. Okay, so that's printing. So let's get the SD card, which I have here. It uses a micro SD. I know, micro SD. So what we got? I don't know what test prints are on this, so we'll find out. Where does the SD card? Oh, it goes in front, even nicer. Well, we have to level this, so let me get a piece of paper. We'll do home of the axis first. Home all. X axis home. Y axis. Liam. So Liam, are you going to print? No, Jerry. Oh, damn! My end stop failed. It's okay. I know how to hold it down manually, so I can get it working. That end stop is taped on. What is the dollar amount for this machine? $550 on AliExpress. If you do bang Creasee CREASEE in chat, you can get it. It will give you the link to them. And if you do bang enter, you can get into the giveaway for the resin today, or bang focus, details on my focus giveaway that's coming up. So let me move up my Z-axis. I can get that working again. 1 second. Ooh, who's raiding? Who's raiding? Hey guys, thank you for the raid. So yeah, we're building this monstrous printer. This end stop on this machine is bad. I have to replace it. It arrived bad. Thank you for raiders. Welcome. We have cool 86 people watching. That's excellent. So this is a really big printer, and it's from a company called Creasee, CREASEE. It is their Creasee CS50S Pro. The 50 stands for 50 centimeters build area, 500 millimeters by 500 millimeters by 600 millimeters build area. So it is a monster machine. Raiders of the Lost Filament. I like that. Sorry, my end stops. I had to tape them together because they were damaged in shipping. And I will replace them this week, but for now, I'm going to have to jerry rig them together to hold. The build is going okay, other than the end stops giving me a problem, which I can fix now. I think I fixed it. So let me home all axes again. Let's see if that worked. I have to reheat everything again, but that's okay. See if it works this time. Yep, that worked. Okay. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go preheat again. I'm going to set everything up to my extruder up to 200 degrees. Actually, go to 210 because it is, and then I go to my bed up to 60. And the bed will take time. It was already at 34 degrees, by the way. So while that's heating, I'm going to level the bed. Welcome, guys. So we do a lot here about 3D printing, CNC, lasers. Lots of lasers if you check out my YouTube and so on. This is a new printer that is from a company called Creasee. It's a CS50S Pro. The 50 stands for 50 centimeters, so 50 centimeters or 500 millimeters by 500 millimeters by 600 millimeters build area. So it's a monstrously big printer. So I'm going to use, now that it's heating up, I'm going to go through the various points of leveling. So let's go to point 1. We level using a piece of paper, and we adjust the springs under the bed. When you have lots of room under here, get your hand in underneath it. I normally do about 3 passes for leveling. The paper should just catch. It's available globally because you're ordering from AliExpress. But I think the US one is that's the US price is $540. Let me get the exact price. It says here. It says on AliExpress $546.39. It's normally at $900. Let's go to point 2. Let me flip back over here so I can see what people are asking. Thanks for the follows, guys. Anyone who's following, thank you so much. It's very appreciated. Follows do not cost you a penny, and it gives good, brings good content and allows you to share in the fun that we have here with regards to making. I know AstroPrinter is into astronomy, but so am I. Tom has some really good content. I don't know if he got to do much imaging last night with the clouds, but Tom does a lot. If you haven't checked out AstroPrinter, do. Jerry, can you do a shout out for AstroPrinter there, please? Or one of the mods, because Tom does a lot of really good stuff. He does live astrophotography, so you see, let me get my hand underneath here. You can actually see the images as he does it. It's called technology assisted astronomy, and it's really cool because he takes an image. No imaging last night, but we had clear skies forecast for tonight. But I'll be on there tonight watching as well. And then the other thing is, like, you can actually see the image getting better and better after each image because it live gathers data and then builds the images and adds more information to the images as it happens. It's really cool to watch. Let me get my hands in underneath here. It's hard to reach this one. Let's loosen this out. Let's see what else I have. I would think for a printer its size, a dial gauge would be almost absolutely necessary. I think a dial gauge, yes, but if you do an ABL on it, you don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to do 2 passes of this. I'm going to go around twice because the first passes are rough, leveling, and then the second will be better. I do apologize, Rail and Run. Of course, no. You were busy all morning, I'm sure. How did the Lego build go for you this morning? Tom does regular Lego builds, and mostly astronomy or physics or space related. So like the space shuttle and so on. Sometimes he does bigger builds, sometimes he does smaller builds. Big builds go over especially a week or two. But that's his normal Sunday morning as a Lego build. So that makes him a maker, right? The fact that he does Lego builds makes him a maker. Because he's making stuff out of Lego. Lots of stickers, so it was slow. That's good. You know? But it looked better. Yeah, I hate stickers on Lego. There's nothing worse. Take care, Tom. Have a good day. It should be alright. 0.4. And then we get onto this, and then we see what's on the SD card for printing. And I do not know what will and will not make. But they do provide glue stick, so I'm going to use it. That bed is hot already. So for such a big bed, it heats fast. Okay, that's good, I think. I think we're good. So let's do back. And I'm going to home all again because I want it out of my way. The bed does come out over the screen. So I hope this holds. You only need to be touched 2 more times. This homing, and then we'll maybe kick off the job. Ah! Yeah, that's one end stop is going to be a curse. 1 second, guys. Oh, just one end stop because it's broken. I have to move the Z up. It's pushing on the switch. Oh, I know why that's happening. And it was my fault. Well, partly. Move Z up 10 millimeters. Because I loosened the end stop to get at it, and then I never retightened it again. Thank you all for following. Yeah, it happens. I did loosen the bolts on this a little bit. And I should have retightened them to get them to stay in place. And I never did. Well, it was surgery, right? As long as I didn't leave something inside that I shouldn't have. Use the fastest pin you got to print a 3mm end stop holder quickly. This is a PCB board, so it's not as simple as that. So let me re-tape this on. This tape has gone bad already. Let me get fresh tape. I will be replacing these. Actually, if I reach out to the guys, they might just send me 2 new end stops. I'm sure they will. But if not, I can always make up my own. Okay, that gets taped on there. It's popping up. So if anyone from Creasee is on, I need new end stops for the Z-axis. 2 of them. They're both damaged. Won't be repeated. Yeah, but I only need to do two. One to home, and two is to start the start of the print job. And this side still working. This side will probably need to be fixed a little bit better as well. Yeah, let me fix this side a bit more as well. Both of my Z end stops were damaged. It happens, probably in packing or shipping. That printer subject, yeah, I agree. That printer is huge. It's an enormous machine. Let me retape this all together. This tape is bad. Let me redo all the tape on that side as well. I think I got this side pretty much done. So it'll hold just for the print, initial print. This is all I need. After that, I will need to do some surgery to repair the ill stuff. So I'm jerry-rigging it on with some Captain tape to hold it until I get replacement end stops for this. That looks like it's holding. That might work. Try one more time. Back, home, all. I'm going to hold the switch on the edge as it homes. Can we get a banana for scale? Well, off actually, some bananas are bigger than others. That worked. Okay, I just had to hold it for scale. So the leveling is done. Let me go back into preheat everything again. Extrusion is set up to 210. And the hot end is still at 39. So I'm going to set this to 60. This will take a while to get there. So we wait for this to heat up. I have filament loaded. The printer is built. I do need to replace two end stops. I'm hoping I can get a print done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the glue stick they gave. It's already warm bed. So a really thin coat of it here in the center. And if you are going to use glue stick on a bed, do it when the bed is hot. Because what happens is it melts on a nice thin coat. I'll just go beyond over here. I don't know how big their initial prints are. I'm guessing they're going to be small. But do it when the bed is hot. What I tend to do, which I haven't used it here yet, but I use it on my other printers, is it needs glue stick. They come with glue stick. I'm going to use it. I often get the PVA, the glue stick, the PVA glue out of this. Chop it up small, put it with warm water in a bottle, shake it up so it actually dissolves in the water. So if I want to put on a really even coat of PVA glue, I put a little drop of water on there, spread it out over the bed, and when the bed heats up, it dries the water out, it vaporizes the water off, and you get a really thin, no blue tape, sorry, no. If it comes down to that, I don't have any actually. I'm not llama, I don't have blue tape. But if it comes down, so by doing that, as water vaporizes, it actually leaves a thin film of PVA glue. If it comes to glue stick, you use a glue stick. But the return label on the Amazon package, you know, you could put yeah, you need a whole roll of tape for it. I agree with you. You could use you could stick on top of the glass bed a flexible metal sheet on top of it. So you could always do that. With this, going by its size, I think an ABL would be a good idea, because with the big area, you're going to have some variances in the bed. So temperatures at 46. It's heating up. That's the heat bed is almost there. The nozzle's already at temperature. Or waiting for the heat bed to heat up. It's at 46 degrees. It's heating pretty fast. Some people say sugar water, but sugar water is harder to remove. PVA glue with some warm water and it washes straight off. So that's why I keep them separate. And I look. If I'm doing a drink bottle, I have but I have my mixed bottle down there. Yeah, but you have to check. It would be a big surprise to take a sip out of the wrong stuff. It would not taste good. So 48 degrees right now on the hotbed. So it's getting there. So let's see what's on the SD card while we're waiting on this to heat up. Let's go into printing. We have user videos on there. There is 2 troubleshooting folder, software. So there's actually profiles in there. And there's 2 1.g and 2.g are the 2 files that you have in there. There's no descriptions. They're the 2 test files. 1.g and 2.g. So let's try 1.g and see what happens with this. Oh my God! Yes, Locke, it is huge. Huge. It's an enormous printer. That was my really bad attempt at a Scottish accent, by the way. Huge. So, yeah, it's big. It will not stay on the table. It'll be on the table for today. I have to build a box. I'm going to build a box for it to stand it on the floor. It's going to go on the floor over here. Because it's going to, unless I want to leave it on this desk for the next 6 months. Because it will not go into my shelves. It will not fit any of those over there. So anyone have any questions? Remember, if you have not entered the giveaway, we have 70 people on right now, which is fantastic. Welcome, everybody. If you have not already entered the giveaway for resin, for 3D printing resin, you can do bang or exclamation mark enter, and that'll give you a chance to win a 500 milliliter bottle of resin. If you from Yusu, if you are interested in maybe entering to get a printer, you can do bang focus. That's exclamation FOKOOS. I'm giving away. I have an open competition right now for a giveaway for a Focus printer. It's a Focus Odin 5 F3, and I can show you the printer. I have one, and I like this printer. And this printer is here. Yes, you can print the printer in this machine, right? It's a Focus Odin 5 F3. I'll be giving one away on the closing date is on the 13th of this month, and I'll be doing a live stream on the 16th for the giveaway. And if you want details on this machine right here, you can do bang Creasee. That's CREASEE, and that'll give you a link to the Creasee printer. So the resin, you have to be on stream at the end of the stream when you do the drawing. So far we have, let's see how many people we have entered for resin. So far we've only got 24. We have 70 people on there, guys. So if you're looking to get it, let me do a refresh in case that's off. Let's have a quick look. Come on, open. We have 24 entries out of 70 people. So if you want it, you want to get your name in there now. What does Jerry say? Okay. Thanks, Jerry, for letting me know. So bang enter for the resin. You have to be here at the end of the stream to win. Bang focus FOKOOS to get the details. It'll give you a URL to a Facebook page where our Facebook posting that has all the details for the giveaway for that. And if you do bang Creasee, that's exclamation CREASEE, in for a chance to win, or in for a chance to get the details. You get the link to this printer. It's 400 on AliExpress right now. It's $454.39. That's US dollars. If you buy it right now, and they say here, why is that up in the wrong language? I don't know why that came up in the wrong language. It should have been in English. But it's available and they'll ship it to the US. And they're saying they're doing it via DHL. Will the printer always be the price? No, I don't know. I do not know. I cannot govern their pricing. So let's see how we're doing on the temperature. Bed is at 56, so it's really close to temperature. Nozzle's already at temperature. So that didn't take long to heat such a big print, a big bed. That was really fast. The name for the printer, Gargantua. How does that sound like a name for a printer? I normally don't name printers, but I think it's a good fitting name as Gargantua. But I actually may not use that name because there's possibilities of a bigger machine coming my way. And if that other big machine does come my way, it's going to get the name Gargantua. Or maybe it'll get the name The Beast. Maybe The Beast will be a good name for the other machine. But yeah, it's huge. So let's go back and get a print started because we're almost at temperature. So the printing, we have only got 2 files. We have 1.g, which is G code, 2.g, and that's it. We're going to do 1.g, and we're going to do confirm. And once we reach temperature, we're almost ready at bed temperature. It's at 57 degrees. Oh, here we go. Let's hope it prints well, guys. Lift up. Ooh, I'm not down at I'm not touching the bed here. Why am I not? Let's say options. Is Z offset? Does it have an offset? Why did that happen? More. Oh, I don't even have Z offset, and it's extruding in the air. So that's fine. Let's stop that print. Confirm. And I need to figure maybe because I moved the end stops, it was a different position. So I need to redo the leveling again, and that's easy enough, guys. Because I adjusted the end stops, if you remember. So I have to go. I'm going to preheat it anyway. Make sure I keep the temperature. And I'm going to do my nozzle again to 210. And I'm going to have to home all my axes again. I'm going to do all. And then I'm going to go re-level again because I did move my end stops. And I'm guessing that's what caused the problem. Yeah, because I moved the end stops. Because the end stops are off in this machine. I have to replace them. They're bad. They were bad in the box or damaged. There we go. Starting to, yeah, that's good. Go to spot 2. My end stops were damaged and they moved. I have them taped into place right now, with some Captain tape. I have to replace them because they were both damaged. Just quickly do a re-leveling, and that should be good. No boom, no boom, Jerry. Don't you dare. I thought we were friends, Jerry, and you're wishing boom on me. Yeah, I was moving at the end stops because I had to reposition them. Last corner should be good, and then we can kick off the job because everything's heating while we're doing it. Big Bertha, Big Bertha might work. What other names would you have there? Godzilla, maybe that might work as well. Yeah, it's definitely moving at the end stops. Big Ike. Habitus, that might work too. Jerry calls me Ike, so maybe. Okay, do back. We're going to turn everything home again. Because it's so big, the bed comes out over the screen. That was more for Jerry, but it might work. Big Betty. Okay, end stop is working. Back. Print. 1. Confirm. We're already at temperature, so we're good. Is it not extruding? Oh, it is. It's not great, but I have to loosen these out a little bit. It's doing a raft. Let's see if the raft is sticking. It appears to be. It's a small print for a first print, but it's okay. It's a first print, right? That's a good graph. Yes, it is. It's a huge bed. I'd find out the quality of prints. Big Ivan might be better. Well, the raft is not really sticking very well, so let me loosen out on the bed level a little bit more, give it a little bit more leeway. And it is a raft, so I don't mind tweaking the settings on the raft. Let's go out a little bit. So the layer is a bit better. That seems to be a bit better. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, you thought the CR10, yeah, the CR10 is a big machine. Nope, not really. That looks kind of sketchy in the bed, catching the cable. Yeah, but it's shielded, so it should protect it. It should be okay. Or add 10 more layers of glue stick. Well, probably 50, but when I get those end stops replaced, that problem will go away. And it's pretty fast. For a big machine, that's printing pretty fast. Liam, if Liam uses the name for this printer, he might email. Oh, but I generally don't. That's a good idea, though. Maybe we'll do a vote to see who for a name. You bought a ticket. Okay, good. Oh, no way! I've only got one. The NASA hat that I have. Do I have it here? I do. This NASA hat, they don't make anymore. They don't make these designs anymore. And I like that hat. So that's going nowhere. It's printing. And it's printing fast. Go home, as in go big or go home. Bang, give me a free printer. That's not the bang, but good attempt. So, as I said already, if you haven't already entered, bang, enter, or exclamation enter, that'll give you a chance to win a 500 milliliter bottle of Yusu 3D printing resin. It is available in the US, UK, France, and Germany. You can also, if you want details, I'm giving away, not today, but I have a giveaway ongoing right now for a Focus Odin 5F3 FDM printer, which can fit in here. Right? And the Focus Odin 5, if you want to get the details, and you do bang Focus, it's FOKOOS. That'll give you a link to a Facebook post that has all the details of how to enter the Focus giveaway. It closes, entries close on the 13th. And then if you do bang or exclamation Creasee, that's CREASEE, that will give you a link to the AliExpress link for this machine. Let's see, the whole table is shaking because of this thing. It's the same size as the CR10S5. Yes, it is, yeah. And I don't think the Creality machine is still available, though. I meant it looked as if the bed it looked like if the bed is way forward, that the corner might look like the cable. Oh, I'll have to check that. Thanks for calling it out. So I have a lot going on. Let's see what else. Did I miss anyone chat? If I missed chat, I'm sorry. It's busy. There's a lot of chat going on. So 75 people entered. Let's see how many people have entered for the giveaway for the resin. 30 people, guys. You need to get that number up. 75 people on and only 30 people have entered. None of you, unless you're not in the US, UK, France, or Germany, you can enter for about a spool of filament. So this is printing, and it looks like it's printing a Benchy, and it's doing it fast. Yeah, this is a beast. And if the other machine that I'm thinking that might come my way, it will not be a tabletop machine. The other one, if it does come, it'll be probably later in the year. But that one, if that one does, if I do get the other one, that might be that's in development right now. That other one will it'll be floor standing. This is the only way, and this will become a floor standing. I'll create a box for underneath it, and I'll raise it off the floor. My floor here is carpet, so I will raise it off the floor. But it will have to get a leg, a base for it. It will not be on a table. I don't have a table big enough. I'm yelling at you, Bear. Why am I yelling at you, Bear? Why do you think I'm yelling at you? Oh, Bear, if I was yelling at you, you'd know. Yeah, this whole table, if you can watch my monitor is vibrating. But it's on the table, so it's probably not going to go anywhere. I hope my monitor doesn't fall over. It shouldn't though. So let's see. You think a big shot like Liam would have some pull at NASA to get hats? I don't. My NASA hats I bought. Even my NASA shirts. I have some NASA shirts. I buy them. You can enter the draw. No, Bear, you can enter, but you have to give it to somebody who's in US, UK, France, or Germany. So you can put it in and put in your name if you want to with bang enter. And when the drawing is done, if your name comes up, you can choose. You can either ask me to redraw, or you can choose to give it to somebody. So that's up to you. So you are able to enter, you just can't receive it. Or I can ship it to somebody in the US who can forward it to you if you want. If someone's willing to pay, if you want to pay the shipping, but that's your choice. I'm guessing the shipping to Canada from the US will probably cost more than what you can than the bottle is worth. So the Yusu filament, Yusu resin is good. Thank you for explaining that to me. Let's see. Anyone else have any questions? Yes, 500 by 500 by 600. I was worried I would not have room for the spool holder that's up here. I'm about 3 inches or about 50 centimeters or less. I can actually measure exactly how far. From the roof, from my tile, actually just over 2 inches space between the top of the spool and the ceiling tiles. Now, if I had to, I could pop a tile out if I needed to, but I'd never be able to reach it. But I could always pop a tile out if I needed room for the spool holder. I wouldn't say you might get away with a 2 kilo spool. I wouldn't do that. If I was doing a really big print, I would have, like what I do here with this, with the 2.5 kilo, this is a 2.5 kilo spool, right? And with that, I made up, I 3D printed something, and I have the IC3D stinkers on it because it's IC3D filament. But I made up something like that. I would send it to the side of the printer, and it would just feed the extruder. That's how I do it. If you want to see the size difference between the 2 kilo, this is a 2.5. This is a 1 kilo spool. This is a 2.5 kilo spool. So a bit of a size difference. And to do large prints on this, you probably need a 2 kilo. But it does have filament runout sensor. So it will. We'll test that. But it does have a filament runout sensor. This is printing pretty fast, guys. Well, you can always go back and check it. What I'm going to do is when I'm done here, I will probably download a video, get the build, compress it, and repost it again as a shorter video, and just leave part of this in here. But the build was not hard. I do have 2 damaged end stops for the Z-axis, so they need to be replaced. It happens in shipping and packing and so on. I'm not worried about that. I may even have end stops from another printer that I might be able to fix here. I'll have to check. I use an E3D Max filament holder and a guide. Yeah, you could use something like that. So end stops are just unbolt them, bolt on 2 new ones, or if I have to resolder the legs, I can do that. But anything bigger than a 1 kilo spool, I would say not put it up here because it's a big enough Z. The Z height is so large. I wouldn't want to add weight to it, so I would mount it at the side on the table. So you need Like my big table that I have here, which is about what? It's 33 inches and deep, and it's 36, 48 inches wide, so it's 2 feet wide and 36 inches deep. And you need that whole space for your spool holder, and for a big spool holder and the printer. Unless you have, like, and I am going to mount this. I'm going to build a box for this and put it on the floor. That's what I'm going to do to get it up, because I have carpet floors here. So I'll build a box maybe 4 to 6 inches tall, and then put a base in it, and then mount the printer on top of that. Is what I'm going to do, because it's too big for most tables. But if you want to print, and you want to print something large, like large helmets or body armor, if you're doing cosplay or anything like that, this is printing, and it's not a slow printer. You can see it watching right now, and I know the vibration of the table and so on is going to bring in minute artifacts, and they're not bad. But when you stabilize it in something more solid, it would actually help with that. And I didn't even square up, or you could 3D print people. Built over. What you need for companies is different. A spool underneath with a Bowden guide. Then yes, actually you could do a Bowden guide, because there is Bowden here to do a strain relief and a filament. So you can actually replace that with a full Bowden tube all the way down to a dry box or whatever else you want. And yes, you could. It's 120, but for its build volume, for $128 for shipping, that's not bad. For me, like, you're getting a huge build volume for under, how much, I don't know what it is in the UK, but it'll be what, maybe $800 or $900 UK, $800 or £900 maybe, even less. Like, that's a huge build volume for that price, and it does support the Z, so it does give rigidity to the overall system. Other than my end stops, I haven't seen an issue. Or the port tax, you have a lot of that in the UK. But even then, I still think you'd be getting a good deal for it. You should check it out. That size printer from other companies would be. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think the Creality version of the similar size is over $1,000 US, and then you have all the import taxes into UK, because they're shipping it out of China, and then you have all the port taxes, and you have customs and all this to deal with, or and all this kind of stuff, all those levies. Yeah. Oh, Z Black Arc. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, guys. Well, even if we're paying for the shipping, it'd still be cheaper than buying the Creality machine. And I don't know, does the Creality machine have dual Z? I have to check it. I'm not sure. Even the CR10 Max is over $1,000, yeah, and that's not as big as this. So this is cheaper than most of the other machines out there, and it's normally $1,000, $900 something dollars, but they have a really good price on it right now, so something like 60% off. So even if you just buy it at that price, like, it's a steal. It's got a BMG extruder. It doesn't say it's BMG; it's just his dual drive. So my guess it's a BMG clone, but even then, it's a really good extruder. Filament runout sensor, dual Z, and which self-level themselves, which I get the end stops fixed. It's got it heated the bed pretty fast for a bed this size. It heated within 2 minutes or so, 2 to 3 minutes. The bed was heated. 550 British pounds, and that's really good. I think so. Touchscreen, silent board. You hear some noise, but that's more the nozzle moving around, but it's not that bad. I have other machines that are more expensive than this, have smaller print volume, and even with the smaller print volume, they're noisier machines, because their fans and so on are way noisier. This fan is noisy-ish, but it's not too bad. Thank you for the follow, Gaffleg. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Well, let's be honest, right? An FDM is an FDM is an FDM. There's not often big changes between printers. A lot of companies are very similar in design. I don't want to say they're clones, but they kind of are. The steppers are pretty quiet. Yeah, they are silent steppers on this machine. Let's see who else. Garth, back. Gutros for the follow. Sorry, I missed that one. Thank you. Josh Kovac for the follow. Thank you. Twisty SA, thank you for the follow. And I know Twisty SA. Hey Shane. Hey Sean, how are you? Raj, thank you for the follow. Astro Canuck, great. It was excellent. So some of you were probably over with Astro Canuck and moves over here. Thank you so much, guys. So this is an enormous machine. You should. So if you do Creasee, exclamation Creasee, Creasee, and that will give you the details in chat. Creality is okay, in the US because, but they probably have stock here. In other places, probably costs more. But check out the AliExpress link to this machine. As I said, it's going for a really good deal right now at $546.39, $550, right? US. And then they are, if you haven't entered the giveaway yet for the filament or for the resin, for a 500 milliliter of Yusu resin, bang, enter, or exclamation enter, and you enter the chance for the resin. Right now, we have only 31 entries, and we have over 73 people on watching right now. And as I said, I'm giving away a Focus Odin 5 F3 printer on the 16th as a giveaway date. Closing date for entries is on the 13th. If you do bang Focus, that's FOKOOS, you'll get the details of the Focus. It'll give you a link to a Facebook post for the Focus printer, and you can see get the details of how to enter for a Focus machine. And it's something space related. I'm a space nerd and science nerd. So the giveaway is based on something space related. Some people are entering like helmets that they've done for like Star Wars and all that sort of stuff, or whatever. So you can enter in that way. And the Focus machine is a nice machine. I have one. I use it regularly. I don't have it being plugged in. This is the machine that you're going to win. In comparison, it looks small, but for an average size printer, it is a standard size printer that most people would use, right? This machine is just exorbitantly large. So you do your entries by the 13th, and any entries after the 13th will be ignored. And then we'll be doing the drawing on the, announcing the winners on the 16th. I will do a live stream, and as part of the live stream, we'll show some of the entries, talk about a little bit about them and different entries that are there, and and then at the end of the stream, we'll announce who the winner is. 147 British pounds for those in the UK. That's not bad. Or 417. Yeah, but for 127 shipping plus 147 for the machine, you're getting a machine for under $600 of $600 of this size, 600 British pounds. Started 3D printing, and a day in I got a layer shift. Layer shifts can be various things. Yeah, I'm sure you know what they are, but it could be loose belts. It could be something got impacted. I've seen layer shift where the bed itself moves, creating a layer shift. You might be able to sign out the layer shifts, like fill it and sign it out. It says commercial because it's the size of the machine. You should go look at it, right? That's the link they gave me for people to buy it on the stream. It's not an affiliate link, by the way. I don't have any affiliate links. This is where they said they want people to buy from. They do not sell on Amazon anymore because they had a really bad experience with Amazon losing a whole pallet of printers on them. And no, I am not tiny. Well, not really. I'm 5'9", and this is just the size of the printer, by the way. They don't offer shipping to Germany. Creasee? Who's Creasee? Oh, you mean Creasee? Well, print is done. Okay, I'll have to change the G code on anything I do, because with a bed this big, if you've got a big part, you don't want to reach all the way back there to get a part off the bed. So I will have to change the G code to make it move forward. The first layer wasn't great because I had to tweak it. Remember, the offset was a little bit off, and at least solve was to change the end stops. But Let me move over close to this camera. Actually, I can do the close-up camera here. Is the print perfect? No. Is it decent? Yes. For an untuned printer. Let me switch over to the camera to this one. So there is some artifacts in there, and that's because the whole table. Let me move that down. There is some artifacts, but it was a fast print. I'd never print that fast in this machine. But it's not bad. The bottom is not great because I did have to adjust the offset. Remember, I had to tune it while it was printing the first layer. But it's not bad. For untuned, that's not bad. I don't even know where to put it. Yeah, I'm going to put this on. This will have to go in a box on the floor. I have to make a box for it. Like, the walls are really thin on this. I would probably I would normally print it with thicker walls so you wouldn't see any of the infill lines, and there is vibrational lines on that which you can get out of it, or a bit of ringing. But that's because of the speed it was printing. I'd never print that fast. I'd print at 50 at the most on this. I just put a larger nozzle in. But even then, for a first print, untuned, anything modified, even the top layer is okay. Again, it was doing it fast. That's not bad. There is ringing on the side. I agree, there is ringing on the side. But that's tuning, right? Slow down your print speed. Do some jerk and acceleration settings in your slicer. That's not bad at all for a monstrous machine. This thing is like, this thing can, you could print, like, I'm not going to pick on the focus machine, but like even this is unplugged already because I was doing some work on this. This is the print volume. I'm going to show you, this will be funny. So this is the Ender 2 Pro. This is a print volume of the Ender 2 Pro. It doesn't even consume a corner of this machine. That volume is the same size as the, if you have a Prusa Mini, that's the same print volume as a Prusa Mini. You can print 6 Prusa Minis on that bed. 6 Prusa Minis on that machine. That's, so if you have a Prusa Mini and you want a bigger printer, this is roughly 6 times the size. Well, it's not actually 6 times, but you can probably print 6 of them on her, right? Maybe even more. Because this machine is the same print volume as a Prusa Mini. And if you have some, I don't have, my Ender 3 was torn apart because I'm building a belt printer out of it. Silly twitch. So much, well, yeah, but once you're in, just do bang enter and you have a chance to win. The filament, the resin today. But a normal printer, and I'm not just picking on, because this isn't what most people have as a size of a printer, but this is the size of this machine. So, an Ender 3, a Focus, they all fit on this bit plate. You could print a case for the Prusa Mini. You could build an enclosure for a Prusa Mini on this machine. Yes, you could. Completely 3D printed enclosure for the Prusa Mini, without hesitation. So so we see the print tiny stuff. Well, I'm not going to print something big now because I need a 10 kilo spool of filament to print something big. But I will do some larger prints on it. I'll probably do some vase mode stuff. Once I get the profile tune, I'll do some tuning in the profile for myself. I'll make my own profile. I'm probably in a day maker. And I'll probably do some, chances are I will do some vase mode stuff, some larger vases. I think I have some enough filament for one vase to do one big vase. One big vase of this, not even the full volume, but large, would probably take a lot of, probably almost a spool of filament, I'm guessing. A vase mode cube. You could do a vase mode cube, no top, no bottom there. Is it helmet time? Had to step away. No, this is two. A helmet would fill one corner. You could probably do 2 helmets on this at the same time. It's a yeah. So the R2D2 dome, yes. An R2D2 dome will be coming on this machine. Once I get the profile fine tuned, I will do an R2D2 dome. Pretty sure. 18 inches, yeah, but this is more than that. This is not very precise, but this build volume is 19.75 squared for the size of the bed, and it's taller again. The Z is what, 24 inches almost. Yeah, with allowing for the gantry, it's about 24 inches tall. You can do You can do a really big print on this if you need to. But the print quality, it prints. Other than having to replace the insert, which happens, right? It prints and it prints fine. It's not a bad print either. There is some artifacts, but that's down to its speed was set too high. I would have definitely slowed it down. I would have set it at probably first layer at 30, then the rest up to 50 or 60. I wouldn't go much above that. And even then, I'd have to see how the quality comes out. It's a little bit like my print from yesterday. You can see Liam trying to print a Saturn 5. I already have a Saturn 5 in Lego, so I won't print a Saturn 5 on this. But I've actually been thinking about printing the gantry for the Saturn 5, so you can put the rocket and mount the rocket inside it, so it looks like it's on the launch pad. So I was actually considering doing that. So I would, but I don't know if I need to use a big printer like that because it is sectional. But I might do something like that. Any last questions? I do not know the settings, the acceleration or jerk control settings. It was a pre-sliced file. I do not know what the settings were inside of it. I would have to dissect the G code to figure it out. Or it doesn't show in the menu. No, the menu does not show that. Let's see what setting options I have. I have Wi-Fi. I didn't know it's Wi-Fi. It is motor off. It can auto power off. It has self power off as well. Choose different languages. Let's see what it says in the about. It doesn't say anything. Is this Marlin firmware? Okay. Wi-Fi. It says Wi-Fi, but it's a Nano. The Wi-Fi module is probably not plugged in. I guess it does not have the Wi-Fi, but you can get the MKS Wi-Fi module. I think it's $15, $10 or $15. Added to the board, and now you can have Wi-Fi access to the board. It means the EEPROM settings. I know what it means. I'd have to look. I may ask them if they're willing to share the G code, not the G code, the Marlin configure it. They might open source the firmware. I do not know. I'll have to ask. Self power off is cool after a month of running. Correct. If we're doing a really complex build, you probably run for at least a week or two. If we're really tall prints. Like this build volume is, I'm not comparing it to the rat rig, but on build volume only, the X and Y is the same build volume as the rat rig. The Z is a little bit taller than the rat rig, but it is not a Core XY, obviously, right? 61 people. Oh, cool. Excellent. Guys, so anybody who's not entered, we're getting ready to do the giveaway for the resin. If you do win the resin, we have only got 32 people entered so far. If you do win the resin, so do bang enter. US, UK, France, and Germany, it is available to. Only those countries. If you haven't already done so, please do so now. I'll be doing the drawing in a moment. I will say that if they... I will say that if you're not in the US, UK, France, or Germany, but want to give it to somebody in the US, UK, France, or Germany, you can do so. You will have to provide me your name, address, phone number, and email because they're going to ship it out of their Amazon store, and Amazon needs all those 4 pieces of information. We have 35 entries. Please, if you want to enter for a 500 milliliter bottle of Yusu 3D printing resin, they'll choose a type of resin. They have 3 types: 181, which is standard resin; 182 is the ABS, and 183 is the water washable. They will choose whatever they have available and the color they have available in stock in those locations wherever you're based. 37 people entered. Okay, learning to speak apparently is not working for me today. Let's see. I'll give it a few more moments before I do the drawing. So once again, bang enter for the resin. if you want to enter my giveaway that's coming up, that's running right now, for a focus, do bang focus, FOKOOS, and you can see it'll give you a URL to a Facebook page or Facebook link. And that posting will tell you the details of how to enter for the focus printer. And if you want details on this machine, you do bang Creasee, that's CREASEE, and it is a Creasee CS50S Pro, 50 being 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters bed. It's a 600 or 60 centimeters tall. Let me get you all the details. So we'll see if anyone else wants to enter. I will shut down the entries shortly, so please get your entries in now. Coda, thank you for the follow. Printerprun XYZ, again, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I'm catching up. I was busy. 37 entries. We'll give 5 more minutes. If you have any questions on the printer, please ask. They are selling through AliExpress. Right now on AliExpress is $546.39 for this monstrous machine. And it prints. Where did I put the part I printed? It prints, and it prints okay. It was printing pretty fast for a big machine. I would have slowed down the print, but it printed okay for the part. And this is out of this is a nice bronze. This is Yusu filament again. Actually, it's a bronze silk from Yusu. It printed really well. Does need tuning. I would have slowed down the print. It doesn't, so I need to do a profile for it, but it does need a bit of tuning. But it printed well. And if you haven't already followed the channel, please do so and check it out. So, and also just people know, I do regular hangouts. I come out to Twitch regularly. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, get over here and onto Twitch, because I come on very regularly on Twitch. Maybe 4 times a week. I'll pop in. Like I won't be on. I'm done for today. I might pop in this evening, or not today. Tomorrow afternoon after work. I might pop in again Tuesday. On Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. US Eastern, I have my hangout, which is anybody come in on screen, chat, talk about printers and CNC, lasers, what projects you're working on, ask questions if you need help, and so on. And a couple of other people in there that do hangouts. I know Jerry does a hangout every Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. There's Mylan doesn't, Corey doesn't. Built Over Bot, I think he does. Queen Customs does some hangouts. Who else does hangouts? K2 Designs, I believe he does hangouts. Chris Travis does some streaming on here. So there's a lot of guys on here who stream regularly. So, but make sure you follow the page. Follows are free. Subscriptions help the page. So if you subscribe, it actually does help the channel, and it allows me to bring more content to you. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe via Amazon Prime if you have an Amazon Prime account via Amazon Prime Gaming, which is part of Amazon. It costs you nothing, and you can subscribe to the channel. You have to renew it each month, but it allows you to subscribe to the channel, which helps the channel along as well. Anything else? You're getting there. I have personal issues taking presents right now. Okay. All right, whatever. I don't know what the content of that, but okay. Let's see. We are at time. We've got 2 more minutes. 2 minutes to go before we draw for the resin. The resin is good. I've used the resin. Jerry has used the resin. That's 3DHP Jerry there that's in chat. He does a lot for the resin prints. I know a lot of other people out there who've used the Yusu resin. It is good material. It's good resin. What type of hot end? It is in standard MKA, like the neutrality machines, like on the CR10 and so on. It does come with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. I will do the testing with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. When it goes into more use for me, I will be putting in a 0.8 millimeter nozzle is what I'll be using, because it allows me to print thicker walls as I print. It's better. You need a hydrate. I just drank. I can't even speak now. I just had a drink of water, but thank you, Corey. I think I'm in on the giveaway, but remind me again to enter for this giveaway for the resin. You do exclamation enter, exclamation mark and type enter, and then that'll get you in. And then if you want to get the details of the focus giveaway, do exclamation mark focus. That's FOKOOS, and that's to give you the link to the Facebook posting on the focus giveaway that I'm running. Closing date is by the 13th of the month, and on the 16th I will announce the winner. And if you do bang or exclamation Creasee, CREASEE, which is the manufacturer of this machine, it'll give you the AliExpress link to Creasee, where you can actually enter, or not enter, you can get the details of buying this. It's $449. That's all it is. It's $446.39 for this machine. So it's a steal at the price. So enter, check it out. It's a really good deal, and it's a really big printer. And first print needs tuning as always, but not bad. 500 by 500 by 600 build area. So so you're all in. Where's the pot of gold? Sorry, you're the wrong leprechaun. Okay, we're at 2. Okay, we're closing we're going to shut down the giveaway. We're going to count down from 10. If you haven't already entered, it's on Twitch only. So if you're not on Twitch, you better get over. Count down from 10. We're going to close it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing. All right, the giveaway is closed. No more entries, and we'll do a drawing. So you have to be in the US, UK, France, or Germany. If you're not in one of those countries and you win, you have the option to tell me to redraw, or you can give it to somebody in those countries if you wish to, right? I'll need name, address, phone number, and email address. You can whisper to me on through Twitch, or you can email me, which is AstroPrinter, which is the channel name, AstroPrinter at ProtonMail, PROTON, ProtonMail.com. So you can either email it to me or you can send it to me via Twitch. But you have to be on Twitch to enter. So let's do a draw and let's see who won. Draw a winner. Let's see who wins. And the winner is... Oh, no. Was it Matt? No. Did it post it yet? I did draw. Did it draw the winner? Matt won the resin. Did we ban Matt from all giveaways? Hashtag rigged. You know, I keep saying I'm going to ban Matt from giveaways, and the fact that Matt won is even funnier. Yeah, so Matt won. Matt, send me your details, and I will get it onto Focus, and they will ship you out a bottle of resin. Unless you want to give it to somebody else. Are you in chat, Matt? I need you to respond to say you're in chat. If you do not respond saying that you're in chat, if I do not see that posting, we'll redraw. So Matt, I need to see you just comment in chat to say I'm here. I'm waiting. I do not see a posting from Matt. Is he not here? No, I don't have it already printed. We're going to need Matt. Matt, come on. You're here. Right. So, Matt, send me a whisper on Twitter or on Twitch. Send me a whisper with your name, the proper name, address, phone number, and email address, and I will get that shipped to you. 500 millimeter. Congratulations, Matt. So, remember, guys, let me close out that. I fully close out. So, mark as complete. 39 entries. Not bad, guys. So, let me see what's happening in chat. I said some almost immediately after the draw, too. I missed that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, chat was busy. Something about blood type. No, blood type is that's coming next. They're adding that feature next month. He did respond. So let's see. If he's not here and misses, that'll be funny. I agree, Bear. He would kick himself. So good. We got it good done. So the Creasee CS50S Pro. This is a monstrous machine, and it prints. And it prints okay. So check it out, guys. Bang Creasee, or to get the AliExpress link and enter my focus is Bang Focus. You'll get the details of how to enter my focus giveaway, which is ending on the 13th of the month. So it's not far, it's 10 days away. That was dang good stream. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Chris, and I hope everyone enjoys it. I just need to replace these two end stops, which I'll get to in the next week or so. I'll ask them for replacement end stops. But we jerry-rigged it. Yes, Jerry, talking about you. And we got it working. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And we had a really good turnout today. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna wrap things up here. If nobody has any last questions on the machine, 500 by 500 by 600. Oh lordy, it's a big machine. It's a nice machine too. It prints really well. For an untuned profile, it prints fine. Any last questions before we wrap it up? No. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap it up. I don't know if I'm gonna raid. Is anyone out to raid? Let me see. Let me go over to Twitch and see who's on. If anybody's interested in raiding, we can raid over somebody else. Free Heathen is on. Off Axis is on. Let's see who else is on. Off Axis. Okay, he's. I don't know what Free Heathen's was here. Oh, that's. Oh, you're hearing me talking. I don't need that. Jerry is not streaming. Anybody? So who would you recommend us we hang over to, guys? Single element for the bed. It is a single heating element, yes. Yeah, I think Free Heathen. We'll go. Let's raid the Free Heathen. Let's give him a surprise. We're bringing over 64 people to his channel. Let's go over there. Let's get raid channel. The Free Heathen. He's got 9. Let's multiply his channel numbers by 600%, shall we? Thanks, guys. Good fun. Let's go over and raid Free Heathen and let's see what's going on. Thank you again. It was fun. Have a good one, guys. I start this raid and see how it goes. 7 people, 16, 25, 35. Let's see, up to 45, 46, 47 people. Good. Okay, let's go over and quadruple his channel viewers today. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. And just remember, guys, you don't have to make it, or you don't have to buy it. You can just make it, right? Get into 3D printing. It's fun. Let's go. Ciao. Let's go over to the Free Heating channel and see if our raid shows up. Yeah. We're raiding. All right, guys. Thank you. Looks like the raid completed.